It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good evening. It's January 12th, 2024, and we're here at the Portland Expo for tonight's basketball action between the Vikings of Oxford Hills and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, joined by Mike Hoffer tonight from the Forecaster and the Press Herald. So Oxford Hills comes in tonight 4-4. What we know of them is that they have some high scorers in Braden Murch and Holden Shaw, each averaging double figures in a game, but they've had injuries. Jake Carson is coming off of an injury to his shoulder. Eli Laverdia has had a back strain, and we expect maybe to see him come off the bench. A different year than last year, Mike.
Yeah, different than the last few years, really, because Oxford Hills has been right at the top. We know they were the regional final opponent for Portland a year ago, and once Tegan Pelletier moved on, this is certainly a different year for Oxford Hills. But they started 0-2, and since then they've won 4 out of 6. And Coach Graffam's going to bring them along as the season goes on. So I think if you're Portland, you kind of hope you can take advantage of playing Oxford Hills early in the year where they're still hitting their stride, maybe deliver an early knockout blow.
So, and we want to thank actually Coach Graffam for spending some time with us before the game to kind of give us the rundown on some of his players. Frank, the Dogs come in 6-2. They're coming off a win and at Deering, and that was an exciting game, or at least as it usually is there. And what does Portland need to do to come out tonight and win this game?
Well, I'll say for Portland, Steve, it's going to be willing passing, on-time passing, particularly moving the ball against what will likely be a zone defense from Oxford Hills. They've run a lot of 2-3, so those inside-out passes, they can get their shooters stepping into shots, and the outside to the end, find the gaps in the 4 and the 5 hole. Good things can happen for the Bulldogs on offense, and look for that just typical Joe Russo in your face man-to-man defense. The Bulldogs on the other end.
Folks, we're going to bring you all of the exciting action in a moment. And we'll go to John Paradise with the pregame announcements.
Regional High School and our own Portland High School Bulldogs. We'd like to thank tonight's officials. Without them, there would be no game. Mr. David Gallagher and Mr. Joel Polakronopoulos. Portland's athletic trainer caring for the athletes tonight, the one, the only, the irreplaceable Mr. Ryan Lucas. And now let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visitors from Oxford Hills, a 5'10" junior, number 3, Carter Holbrook. A 6'4" sophomore, number 10, Braden Birch. A 6'1" junior, number 12, Brady Delamater. A 6'5" senior, number 33, Holden Shaw. And a 6' sophomore, number 42, Cameron Pulpinen. Vikings head coach, Scott Raffle. And now, let's meet your Portland Bulldogs. A senior guard, number 1, Kevin Rugamura. A junior forward, number 20, Drew Vail. A sophomore forward, number 2, Cordell Jones. A senior guard, number 4, Pepito Garabakishka. And a senior center, number 24, Jesse Camus. The Bulldogs are coached by Joe Russo. At this time, if you please rise, remove your hats, and focus your attention to the American flag as we honor America and those who protect us with the playing of our national anthem.
Tip-off next on WPPS TV3. So the Dogs take the floor, and let's see if it looks like Cordell Jones will be jumping with Braden Murch. Jones controls, Thomas with the ball, and nice block by Shaw.
Yeah, nice recovery by Shaw. Looked like Portland was going to steal two off the tip. Golden Shaw said, not in my house.
Even though it's not his house.
Well,
it's our house.
It is so far. Portland out in man-to-man.
There's Vayu on Murch.
Good tight defense played by the Dogs here.
That's a partial block by Vayu. I'm going to give it to him. Vayu the rebound by Shaw. Outlet. Quickly up court. Coming the other way. Pulkkinen. Pep goes down.
Offensive foul. Let's say moving screen here. And it's going to be on Cameron Pulkkinen, his first foul of the game.
42, Cameron Pulkkinen. His first team.
As we see Kevin Rugabira, who I think just has a great attitude, picking up players from the floor from both Oxford and Portland.
Yep, Oxford Hills in man-to-man here.
Vayu inside to Jones. Well, we'll see. It's going to be going the other way.
A nice hustle by Pulkkinen there. Getting on the floor, securing the rebound for his team.
Oh, nice hands by Pepito. And here's Jones for two.
Fantastic pass by Jesse Thomas there.
And the steal by Karim Gisha. So it's 2-0 Dogs. 2 minutes here into the first quarter. Oop, that's going to be a turnover. The first turnover of the game. The second, I guess.
And we had the steal by Guillermo Gisha last possession. So 2 quick turnovers in a row for the Vikings.
Correct. I just said that. Around the horn, to Vayu, Rugabira, to Pepito on the left side.
Yep, not a bad look inside out.
Oh, and wow. Some great hustle for the Dogs, but the rebound ultimately, Carter Holbrook got it. Woo. Jesse Thomas with a monster block.
Yeah, I think it is Jesse Thomas' house after all, Steve. Monster block by Jesse. Of course, these two teams met in the regional final last February. Jesse Thomas going off for a 20-20 game. 20 points, 20 rebounds. That performance earned him the Vinyl Trophy as the regional tournament's outstanding performer.
Do they even give a championship trophy, Frank?
They don't. It's just for the regional tournament.
Thomas blocks it and picks it up. To me, that one little move was reminiscent of Cooper's game when he came up here from Florida, because that's what he does. He blocks and he possesses the ball.
Yeah, it really creates the turnover himself. Doesn't rely on one of his teammates picking it up.
Cordell looks for the shot, goes in, back down again, and here is Vayu.
Yeah, nice inside-out look there. Jones nearly lost the handle, turned it into an assist for a Drew Vayu 3.
It's 5-0 here, 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Again, nice swarming man-to-man defense here.
Yeah, the three doesn't fall. The rebound skied for, and retained by Cordell Jones. Pito inside. Back out to Rugabira on the corner for 3.
Yeah, that's that inside-out look. Coach Grafton's going to grab a timeout. Real easy to step into your shot. We've seen Vayu do it. Now Rugabira on back-to-back possessions.
So with 4:05 left in the first quarter, the score, Bulldogs 8, Vikings nothing. After the Coach Graffam timeout.
Yeah, Portland out extending that man-to-man pressure, 94 feet. Try to get it over the top.
Wow, Vayu got a hand on it, but he did foul. Pass interference. Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Drew didn't turn around to get an eye on the ball. I think we had inbound from the wrong spot.
23 is Jake Carson. He's coming off of an injury. So one of the more experienced players on the team.
Oh, quick hands.
Rugabira with the steal. Oh my gosh, but then turned it out.
No,
Oh
that's
no.
going to be off Laverdier's foot. He's trying to feed Pepito through traffic.
Jesse underneath.
Yeah, great take.
10-0 run here for the Bulldogs. And a 6.5-minute run. James Johnson will check in for Drew Vayu.
Oxford Hills foul was on Laverdier.
Camus is at the line for the Bulldogs. Shooting one.
Camus looking to convert an old-fashioned three-point play.
And he does. His first 3 of the game. Delamiter. Oh, another steal. The errant pass. Here's Rugabira. Oh my gosh, inside it. Nope. First turnover of the night for the Dogs. Or the second, I guess.
Yeah, the early one right off the tap.
Thomas, the monster rebound. Johnson.
Good defense there by Braden Murch. They're trying to find Cordell Jones in the post. Number 11, Maddox Meese checking in for the Bulldogs. Freshman, second man off the bench on the first guard.
Coach Russo's been doing this a little bit, having the younger players play, and with a fair degree of success, although that time the ball is stolen from Camus. And
great hustle by
Oh my
Meese.
goodness. And then a foul.
Yeah, that's an incredible work by Maddox Meese to get back on defense, create the turnover, and keep the ball alive, not even have it be a dead ball out of bounds. I mean, he turned that into a Portland High possession. You get a quick foul out of it. And Braden Roy. Roy's first.
Yeah, Brady Roy in the game here, number 5 for Oxford Hills. Pito clears it out. Here's Johnson coming out beyond the arc. Meese on the drive.
I'm going to say off Camus's fingertips.
$11-0 here. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been a long time since we've seen the Dogs with this kind of a run.
Yep. And
whoa.
That good solid defense there by Jones and Camus in there bracketing Laverdier.
Who would you give the block to there?
Oof, I'd probably go Camus.
Drew Vayu back in for...
Maybe make it like a sack and give him half a block each. I don't know.
Right. James Johnson will have a rest here.
We're already talking football with the pass interference call.
The long three by Carter Holbrook finally gets them on the board with almost 6 minutes in. Vayu. Wow, comes up with it. Meese for three. Not that time. Thomas underneath, He's going to be fouled. Boy, he is explosive.
Yeah, Thomas just trying to get the tip in without even landing. Rewarded with some foul shots.
Murch, his first foul.
Yep, 4 for the Vikings, so 1 more will put the Dogs to the line shooting 2. Like Thomas is right now. That's the first. Some good solid minutes for Maddox Meese here.
Yeah, and Ruggiero back in. Thomas feeling it tonight. Hits both. He's already got 3 blocks. My goodness, three rebounds.
Yep, steal.
Steal by Ruggiero. Up and in. His second steal of the game. 15-3.
Again, more deflections.
Well, let's see what that's on.
I don't think it was anything. I think maybe the official just wanted to get everyone off the ground. He blew his whistle, tapped his chest. I have no idea what the whistle was.
Number 30,
Darren Trundy is in, as well as Cameron Pulkinen back in. There's a third that checked in, too. Delamina with the ball now. He's got Ruggiero on him. Trundy inside. Another steal by, this time, Pepito Garamgisha, his second of the game.
Yeah, 8 Oxford Hills turnovers here in the first quarter.
Thomas back out again to Vayu. Here's nice Jones. It was nice ball movement, and he gets the 3.
Yep. On time and willing pass, and it'll go a long way, Steve.
18-3, my goodness.
Two fouls on Vayu. And we'll see James Johnson come back.
James Johnson returns for the Bulldogs, replacing Drew Vayu.
So Carson inbound here.
Yep. Another one.
Yet another one.
Thomas.
I see a lot of ABBBSRs for Thomas.
Secondary stats piling up for Jesse.
Pito beyond the arc.
Oxford Hill sitting in the 2-3 here. We'll see what Portland has. Clock winding down to 5 now. Step back.
Well,
That's the end of the first
just
quarter.
3 points, wow, after the first quarter. It's 18-3, Dogs in command. We are back. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt, WPPS TV3. The calm before the storm here, as yet another storm is going to make its way up the coast. These aren't romantic snowstorms, Frank. These are, unfortunately, very destructive storms that destroy homes and such.
Nice rebound by Shaw.
In the paint, and a foul, blocking
on
foul.
Johnson. His first, team's first.
Bulldogs foul number 23, James Johnson.
And they come back in with 2 fouls, replacing Johnson.
Replaces James Johnson. Bulldogs.
Oh, a nice
nice
bank
angle.
shot by Shaw. His first points of the game. 18-5 is the score. 7.5 minutes left. Just 30 seconds into the second quarter. Rugabera with the no-look pass to Veyu. Veyu in traffic. Across court to Pepito.
I had Cordell Jones inside. Puts it up through 2 defenders.
Whoa. Could have been an off ball there, but instead the quick break here for, but Rugabera and Camus get back, and the steal by Veyu.
Yeah,
They all get back.
Nice hustle play by Drew Veyu, right? So by Rugabera and Camus hustling back, they force Oxford Hills to slow down. They try to throw that back pass. Veyu picks it off.
Well, it looked like Cordell was open on the baseline.
He was again. That's 2 in a row with Cordell on the 5-hole.
Oh, that's a nifty move, but it doesn't fall for Delameter, and Camus with the rebound. Dumped it off to Kevin Rugabera, who's over half court. James Johnson set to check back in for the Dogs. Pito. Camus. Well, goodness. Veyu quickly gets over.
Again, had him. That pass is going to come quicker.
Oh, too much.
5th Portland turnover. Oxford Hills with 10, so 2-1. Oxford Hills in the turnover battle. Leading in the stat you don't want to lead in.
James Johnson will check back in for Drew Veyu again. Here's Murch. Oh, that's another turnover.
Make it 11.
Call that an unforced error.
And we'll have a Coach Russo timeout.
So with 6:02 left in the first half, the score, Portland Bulldogs 18, Oxford Hill 5. So off the Joe Russo timeout, Camus will inbound to Pepito Garamgisha.
Oxford Hills still setting up in that 2-3.
An awfully quiet night for a Friday night game, Frank.
Absolutely. Sparse crowd here at the Expo.
Whoop, turnover.
The Holbrook steals it, Holbrook recovers it.
Strikes me as a very fast, smart player. Thomas closes up the paint there pretty well.
Yeah, he's giving Shaw a lot of room on the perimeter. Kind of daring him to shoot. He's come out to defend him a little more now. And that's going to be a foul on Johnson of the push. That's 2.
Veyu will check in for Cordell Jones this time. So James Johnson and Drew Veyu on the court for the first time together tonight because they've been replacing each other.
Yep, been part of that little rotation.
Blocked by Veyu. Pepito draws the foul. I think it'll be on Holbrook. It is.
That's Holbrook's first. Vikings first.
Whoa, Rugabera. And then he does find Johnson underneath.
It stays Portland possession. Another steal.
Yeah. Holbrook.
Travel.
Dozen turnovers for Oxford Hills. Danny Amisi.
Replacing James Johnson. Oxford Hills, number 23, Jake Carson. Replaces Holbrook.
And Carson replaces Holbrook.
I said I said a dozen. I meant a baker's dozen.
Okay.
13.
At least we're better at counting the points. And speaking of which, Portland hasn't scored in over 5 minutes. They have not scored a point in the second quarter.
Well, that's telling.
And typical. It seems all too often Bulldogs kind of have that little offensive power outage as Vayu knocks it down.
He heard you.
Good.
I don't know if I'm keeping score accurately. Do you have him for just 2 threes tonight so far?
I do.
Okay.
The Mises rebound.
Others have
Nice
also. That's a
outlet.
beautiful pass, and a reverse doesn't make it as. Oh, that is not a great foul either. But the block was by Murch, and I think that's going to be on Rugabira. We'll see. It is.
Kevin's first.
Checking in is Laverdiere for the Vikings, and taking a seat will be Braden Murch. Oh, almost a little miscue there. Oxford Hills is not looking crisp as they have in years past.
Of course,
There's a nice fake. Oh my gosh, great shot. Just as I said that, Brady DeLamina with the fall away, the fake, the fall away, and in.
I just kind of hung there in the air for a while.
He did. Amisi inside does not fall.
Nice hands by Amisi.
Wow.
Strip it from Shaw. Turns it over.
Gives it away.
Offensive.
Goodness. 42, I believe. Let's see.
Yep.
Pulkkinen is second. Here comes Cordell Jones for Danny Amisi.
So 14 turnovers for the Vikings here.
Versus 8 for the Dogs.
That's what I have as well.
Here comes Mies for Drew Vayu. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Graffam. 3:12 left in the first half. The score, 21-7. Dogs in front. Here we go. Thomas set to inbound off the timeout by Coach Graffam.
Yeah, a little shift in defense here. Looks like 1-2-2 zone, half court. Good ball movement.
Barron, oh God, good for him. From the other side now. He leads all Dogs with 8.
And you can see Jesse Thomas knew as soon as that ball left his hand, it was going in.
And by the way, he leads all scorers altogether. What is a 1-2-2, Frank, meant to do versus, say, a typical 2-3?
Well, the 1-2-2 allows you to put a little more pressure on the ball up top. A lot of teams like to use a longer defender to force the defense to pass higher, and those lobs can create deflections.
Rugabira, why not? He's had the hot hand. If he's got the hot hand, why not take it?
And another great pass from Jesse Thomas.
11 points for Kevin Rugabira.
And a foul on, I think, Jones. We'll see.
Yeah, well, yes, we will see, because he indicated 2. It's going to be on Rugabira.
It is.
It's his second. A couple of Oxford Hills substitutions set to come in a moment. At the line, shooting 2 will be Cameron Pulkkinen. Nothing falling right now for the Vikings. We do have a substitution, though, as Holbrook will check back in. And he'll replace Delamater. And I guess it looks like number 10, Murch, will be set soon to check in for the shooter there. In any event, Thomas with a rebound.
Oxford Hills.
Jones
Looks
inside
like
out.
back to 2-3 here.
Inside to Rugabira. Outside Mies. Well, there's nice ball movement, and Portland doesn't have to be in any particular hurry here.
No, I got to work the ball down into that 5-0. Great look.
Oh, my gosh.
Unsurprising and great pass.
Nice effort.
I'll tell you, Rugabir was hitting the shots, but he is the beneficiary of some fantastic passing.
$30-7 Dogs. Holbrook puts it up. It doesn't fall. Nice effort there, though, by Laverdiere. And up and in by Pulkkinen. His first bucket of the game. 30-9 is the score. 1 minute left here in the first half.
Oxford Hills back to man-to-man, so.
Ooh. That looked like could have been a foul, not called.
And it.
Oh, no. With 48 seconds left.
Bad reach by Jesse there.
Yeah, his first foul of the night, thankfully.
Yeah, and also puts Oxford Hills at the foul line.
Yeah. Devin Walker and Lucas Legage set to check in for the Dogs.
We march to the other end.
Team's fifth. At the line for Oxford Hills is Jake Carson.
So Carson will be at the line. Just cannot hit tonight. And also checking in will be Braden Murch for Pulkkinen.
For Oxford Hills, number 10, Braden Murch returns.
So a couple of bricks, though, and as Cordell Jones gets the rebound.
Yeah, a little collision there. Both players up, though.
44 seconds left. Gage to Rugabira. Mies. Well,
I think Portland's going to hold for one here.
Yeah, I mean, Devin tried to set the screen there for Cordell coming through, but goodness.
10 seconds to play.
Oh, Jones. Oh, he misses the layup, but he saw the open lane there. That was good court presence there to see that opening. So we're going to end the first half with the score 30-9. We're going to be joined by our friend Mike Hoffer at halftime. So here we are at halftime. 30-9 is the score. The Dogs came out with an 11-0 run to start the game.
Yeah, and an 18-3 run there in the first quarter. And, Portland really, other than a little bit of a lull there in the second, really had their way with Oxford Hills, just moving the ball beautifully. I know Frank talked about that in the pregame. But Jesse Kamas, we know how imposing he is inside as a shot blocker, as a rebounder, as a scorer. But his ability to pass to Kevin Rugabira on a couple consecutive possessions for open threes, it really goes to show how unselfish this Portland team is, and it's led to some easy looks and some easy hoops.
So I'm looking at Jesse Kamas's statistics here, and it looks like the band ABBA. Lots of assists and lots of blocks.
Dancing Queen, huh?
He's got 5 points and 6 rebounds, including an offensive rebound. Kevin Rugabira, 14 points in the first half.
Yeah, and he's really been the beneficiary, as Mike said, of that on-time passing. He's one of the premier scorers for this Bulldogs team. He likes to shoot a lot, and they're falling for him tonight.
So the question is, though, the Dogs did not come out strong in the second quarter. So that's been a little bit typical this year, Mike, and we'll have to see what's going to happen here in the third.
Yeah, they did pick it up, though, and, I mean, certainly a nice cushion. It's hard to stay mentally focused for 32 minutes when you have a big lead, but I think for Portland now, you just don't want to let Oxford Hills get any life and end this game quickly here in the second half.
And that said, they had 4 threes in the second quarter, 1 by Veyu and 3 by Rugabira. So we're going to bring you second half action momentarily. So here we go with second half action. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt, Noah Giordano on camera for WPPS TV3. That may have been the last that we'll see of Mike Hoffer tonight, because he's got to write his articles for the Forecaster and the Press Herald.
Looks like both teams going with their original starters here.
Camus for 3.
That correction looks like Jake Carson's in for Oxford Hills. So Camus picking up right where the Bulldogs left off.
Carson is back in. And, Coach Graffam told us that, his team he hasn't really had a full complement all year, and this is the first time that they've been all together tonight. Pepito on the drive. Gets his first 2 of the night.
A little pressure here from Portland. Looks like a little zone trap.
Cross court. Vayu with a steal.
And that deflection by Camus made it happen.
Oh, wow. No call, just a turnover.
And probably a good non-call.
And no travel called.
And a foul.
That's on Vayu. That's going to be his 3rd. He's been shooting well tonight, a couple of 3s. That's unfortunate.
At the line, shooting 2 for Oxford Hills.
Looks like Coach Russo might let him play through it here.
Well, the first basket sunk there by Delameter. As it looks like, let's see who's checked in.
I think that's Murch at the foul line.
Oh, excuse me. I think you're absolutely correct. He hits both.
So the Vikings hit double digits here to start the second half.
Wow. Pepito is getting swatted at.
Good physical defense.
Thomas for 2. Vayu with a hand on it. Cordell Jones with the ball. Why not?
Nice jump stop. I think he was just shocked to see the defender run away.
Yeah, and that's going to be a foul. Chems will be shooting 2. I think it's going to be on 33. We'll see if it's on Shaw.
There it is.
Oxford Hills foul number 33.
His first is Josh Gribben at the table to check in.
I suppose I could just wait until they call it, but it's fun to guess.
Oh, it's so much more fun to guess.
So Vayu will take a seat now as Josh Gribben has come in. Jesse hits them both and now hits double figures with 10 points for the game. Already 6 rebounds on his way to his average of a double-double.
Yeah, nice steal there by
Pepito with a
Garagisha.
steal and a foul. Coach Graffam is, he's talking to his own team about, what he didn't like there. So, it's like any good coach. Cordell Jones cross to Rugabira. He's got Gribben cutting. Kevin, wow.
He got bailed out a little bit on the call there. He went into 3 guys. Foul is going to be, I think, on Shaw. Nope.
Jake Carson will be his first. Kevin will be at the line shooting 2.
Shooting 2 for the Bulldogs.
Leading scorer in the game right now with 14 points. Make it 15. In and out. Rebound by Carson.
Yep, so that 2-2-1 back to a 2-3 for Portland.
The long 3 for Delamita. another steal. Oh my
And a
gosh.
Yeah, he got ball, but he got a lot of arm too. So that'll be the first on Pepito.
It's his first and second. Brady Delamater at the line for Oxford.
Delamater will be at the line shooting 2, and Drew Veo will come in at the buzzer here.
Delamater hits the first.
Kurtz from the box, replacing Josh Griffin.
Griffin will take a seat.
And we'll have a Portland High timeout.
We'll take one too. 5:21 left in the third quarter. 38-15. Dogs in front. We are back. Delamater.
One more foul shot. And he converts both.
Can of corn for him. 38-16 is the score. 5:16 left here in the third quarter. Here's Pepito Garamgisha.
Oxford Hills back to man here.
Jesse Kamas. Veyu. Veyu out to Pepito Garamgisha. Inside, Kamas. Oh my goodness. Delamater with the rebound, gets the pass, and look at that. Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Pepito lost his footing and ended up right down there.
And then
another great pass.
Oh my goodness. Rugabera for 2.
Off that fantastic outlet pass by Jesse Kamas.
And a great steal by Pepito Garamgisha to boot. His third of the night. Oh, forced. That was forced by Rugabera.
Absolutely. Turnovers up to 17 for Oxford Hills. 10 for the Bulldogs.
Kevin Rugabera having a game of it tonight, but he's not the only one. Pepito with not many points got 3 steals already. Drew Veyu's having a good game. Jesse Kamas, his typical superstar game.
Yeah, Kamas just does everything well. Has such a good feel for the game. It's like he senses where the open man's going to be.
And quite frankly, he's modest about it. You know, he's just doesn't strut. He just does his workmanlike job and does really well at it. And look at that, the 3 for Cordell Jones. 8 points for him tonight. 43-16. This is a shellacking in the making here, folks.
Portland still running the zone.
Look at Kamas with the steal. Oh.
Outlet was just a little hot. But again, just talk about basketball IQ. Jesse Kamas knows exactly what's going on out there all the time.
Absolutely. Here's a little bit of a press here.
Yep, Portland's still showing pressure. Again, nice deflection there, recovered by Jones.
So does he get credit for the steal?
Now, do you go with the deflection of the recovery?
Whoa. That was a great play. And, you know, if you run into Cordell Jones, you better run into him pretty hard. He's a very tough young man.
He's able to absorb that contact.
He's a great football player. Was that a good non-call for that foul?
I think so. Steve, you know I'm never one who would like a tightly called game.
I know.
Physical basketball is good basketball in my book.
Delamater and Holbrooks check back in for Oxford Hills. Delamater. Holbrook.
A nice little pull up there.
But Kamas with the rebound, and boy, does he sky for those rebounds.
That comes down with authority.
Pepito, Rugabira. He's had it all night. He's had the hot hand all night.
Yeah, keep on shooting if you're hot.
20 points for Kevin Rugabira. When you're on, you're on. And that young man is on tonight. It's a nice bucket. Shaw converts.
Rugabira with 5 threes so far.
It's a 30-point lead here. I'm saying shades of Simon Chadbourne.
I was going to say, I believe the program record's 8. Simon Chadbourne against Lewiston in a prelim playoff game, if I recall correctly.
I've got no reason to doubt you. He had several games where he had 6.
And we're going to have a foul off ball on 33, Holden Shaw. He's getting a little physical there with Jesse. And that'll be Shaw's second.
So number 30 checked in, Darren Trundy. And it looks like Jake Carson is back in for Oxford. Set to check in will be Laverdiere. Jones, what do we have? Foul.
And we have another hold on Shaw. That's 5. That's sending Kamas to the line.
And it's also, though, I think a message from the referees, leave Jesse alone just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, and Jesse's, for better or for worse, he's so strong inside. He's such a presence that he takes an awful lot of contact. It seems like on every rebound, hands are coming down on his arm, on his hands, and he's not getting the calls. So good on this crew for kind of getting him a little breathing room, not allowing Shaw to, tug his jersey or, get a little too chippy there.
This time, Jesse misses on those, and Trundy with the rebound. Trap and a steal. Kamas, too far.
So an even 20 turnovers for Oxford Hills, 12 for the Bulldogs.
Someone's unhappy. I don't know if it was a coach or a
I think it was Coach Graffin. Wasn't happy with setup of the press breaker.
Delameter. This time it doesn't fall, but the rebound comes out to Trundy. Inside, out again, Delameter. Lost.
Steal. Another one for Kamas. It's almost like we need 2 rows for his stats, Steve.
I know, tonight, it'd be interesting. Have you ever heard of a quadruple double? Because he's really just doing something on the floor here tonight, as is Kevin Rugabira. Jones comes out. Oops, almost loses it. See, now Smart. There's the nice pass, the extra pass.
That tough angle there for Kamas, a little bit behind the backboard.
That'll be on Kevin, I think.
And it will be.
Reach. That's his third.
So not that it's going to matter tonight, but another game where Kevin gets in a little foul trouble here.
Right.
It'll be key down the stretch, especially as those games gets called tighter in the tournament with 3 referees.
The long 3
of Jake Carson.
Jake Carson at the buzzer pretty much. So 48-21 is the score. We'll bring you 4th quarter action in a moment. Here we are. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt, Noah Giordano, and Mike Hoffer had been here for It's now going to be fourth quarter action here from the Expo. The Dogs with a commanding 28-point lead.
Looks like Josh Gribben, Danny Amisi, James Johnson, Kevin Ruggiero, and Drew Vayu to start the fourth.
Yeah, 27-point lead here is 48-21.
So we'll have a foul. It'll be on Gribben.
15, Josh Griffin. It's his first.
Josh is first.
Diameter. Now fighting underneath and foul.
Yeah.
That'll be on Johnson, I think.
And Johnson and Vayu, both candidates, and it's going to be Vayu.
It's his fourth.
Not that it's going to matter. I mean, this is Yogi Berra would say it ain't over till it's over, but at 48-21, it would be quite the task for Coach Grafson's Vikings to get back into this one.
He told us before the game that his team is really learning themselves still. And again, they've had the injuries. They've had losses, seniors, etc. Vayu with the rebound. Misi inside, the nice pass to Vayu, doesn't hit.
Rebound to Murch.
Whoa, the rebound, Murch, and he had Misi all over him. Telemeter to Murch. Murch loses the ball to Misi. My goodness. Really? That was interesting.
It looks like Ribeiro just lost control.
Ooh. Kevin.
Clean screen.
Yeah, coming up with that is Trundy. Delameter. Murch. Delameter Carson. Inside.
Was it?
Handle is lost. Johnson comes up with it. No conversion, however, as it comes the other way.
I'd say he stepped out of bounds. 24th Oxford Hills turnover.
To what I believe to be 13 for the Dogs.
That I have as well. As Maddox Meese re-enters the game.
And Amisi will check it in to Meese. Gribben.
Carey.
Substitution for Oxford Hills,
Brady Roy will check in for Jake Carson. .552 left, folks. 48-22 is the score. Portland in front. I don't know, Frank. I feel about as blah as the crowd.
And another turnover.
Wow.
That's certainly been a snoozer of a fourth quarter so far. We're only 2 minutes in.
We have one basket here. For the turnover for the Dogs. Heads up play by Brady Roy. So, gonna have a timeout. Portland, 5.5 minutes left. 48-24 is the score. Danny Amisi set to check in to James Johnson. Johnson will bring it over half court. He'll be met by Brady Roy. Amisi inside. Gribben with a rebound. Goes back up.
Now looks like they're trying to get Gribben some points here. So right now he trails his grandfather on the all-time scoring list, 1-0.
Grandfather, Portland legend Peter Gribben. Replaced, by the way, by the very talented John Paradise after all the years that Peter Gribben provided tremendous service as announcer.
Still 94 feet of pressure from Portland here.
This is Colton Jendrick here for Oxford Hills. Johnson has a jump ball. The possession arrow goes the other way.
Yep.
Well, that'll be a turnover. Devin Walker will check in for Drew Vayu.
Bulldogs replacing Drew Vayu.
So it will be Johnson. Bring it up for the Bulldogs.
Yep, here we are. Just under 5 minutes, folks. Usually we might say the most exciting of a game, but not this time. There's a turnover. Ooh, nice fake. That's Gabe Damon. Nice rebound by Logan Spencer.
And Walker ends up
Walker powers that rebound. Johnson up court. LaGage. Johnson drives and is blocked. A long three.
Another rebound for Walker.
Gribben over half court here. Antonio set to check in for the first time tonight.
Oxfordville's collapsing. Off the glass for two.
A nice bucket by Devin Walker. Gets on the board tonight in the scoring category. It's a 50-24 lead for the Dogs right now with 3.5 minutes left. That's going to be Oxford Hills ball.
Yeah, good recovery there by LaGage. And nice rotation by Devin Walker. So some new faces here. Issa Antonio and Danny Ferranti checking in for the Bulldogs.
Jackson Stack for Oxford Hills. Both coaches have an opportunity to check some players out from the other end of their bench in many ways. Oh, goodness.
27 turnovers for Oxford Hills.
It's been a long time since we've seen 30 turnovers in a game. We've seen it, and we've seen it from the dog side too.
Yes.
Carson Stevens is checking in for Brady Roy. The junior varsity defeated the Oxford Hills team by a little bit of a closer score, though. Fall away.
Yeah, nice take by Issa.
Gribben on D right now.
That stepped out of bounds.
28.
The march towards 30 continues.
And Darren Trundy back in, who replaced Colton Jendrick for Oxford Hills.
And Gribben gets it.
Two. He now takes the lead in the Gribben, the Peter Gribben, Josh Gribben contest. Oh, a nice three for Jackson Stack. 54-27 is the score. 1:51 left. Gribben now round the horn. We're seeing a little bit of the future of the Portland Bulldogs here. Antonio inside.
Loses it.
Yeah, loses the handle on it. And a nice bucket for Carson Stevens for two. Antonio inside out. Here's Gribben inside. Passes to Legage. Nice pass. The rebound will come the other way to Carson Stevens. Minute left here, folks. The long three does not fall, but, well, looks like it was put down one or two more times. But Logan Spencer with the rebound, with the the bucket. 54-31. 50 seconds left. Antonio inside. Gribben for the long three. Rebound. Spencer. And in and out. Antonio comes up with it. Oh, that was a nifty play, but a little too far ahead there for Ferranti.
Yeah, for Danny Ferranti looking for his first varsity points. And it looks like we're just going to count down the seconds here.
Yeah, there's 6 seconds left here. That'll do it. So 54-31 is going to be the final. The Dogs are going to win tonight handily. Frank and I'll be back to wrap up for you in just a moment. So, Frank, the Dogs tonight with a resounding 23-point victory. They were never behind in this whole game. They came out 11-0.
Yeah, and they were firing on all cylinders, playing great defense, hitting their shots, passing the ball a little more willingly, a little better timing than we've seen really in the last few games. So good work for the Bulldogs, and it really, to me, came down to Jesse Kamas. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 5 assists. He always seems to know what's going on the court, at all parts of the court, at all times, and really the beneficiary of his court vision was Kevin Rugabira, who led the Bulldogs with 20.
That's right, and Cordell Jones also in double figures with 10 for the Dogs. Drew Veyu had 6 points tonight, including 2 threes. And for Oxford Hills, practically everybody on the floor scored for them, but that meant a lot of players with 2 points, 4 points, 3 points. They were led by Carter Holbrook with 6 points, and Darren Trundy had 4 rebounds. So that's going to do it from the Expo tonight. This is Steve Schwartz for Frank Myatt and Mike Hoffer, as well as Noah Giordano, saying so long for WPPS TV3, where tonight the Bulldogs defeat the Vikings of Oxford Hills by 23 points, 54-31. Good night.